continue the topic of secret societies. And we're going to focus on their secret weapon, which is mind control. They're able to turn you into a programmable robot that they can use as a weapon. But before I start that, let's review what we discussed last class. This is a class of ideas and concepts. So it's really important you understand these concepts because we will build on them throughout the semester, okay? So last class, we discussed the transformation of religious worldview during the course of Western history. So at first, there was the mother goddess, then transition to polytheism, then monotheism. And during this transition, the way that our minds perceive the world radically changed in three aspects. The first is that before we understood that mind led to matter. So the universe is just one giant mind that vibrates, okay? And the intersection of these vibrations creates atoms. Then that leads to matter, okay? But today in science class, you're taught that's the opposite. It's the brain that creates the mind. And as you will discover throughout the semester, this conception that the brain creates the mind, it's very problematic. Okay, so we will discuss this throughout the semester. Okay? The second big difference is before we understood the world metaphorically. Okay? So we saw that the world was controlled by these forces that we could not see and feel, but they were there. And we gave names to them, the gods. Now it's all literal. In science class, you're taught that if you don't see it, it doesn't exist. If you cannot measure it, it does not exist. The third big difference is that before we were intuitive. We trusted our heart. We trusted our eyes. But today in science class, you're taught to not trust your eyes. You're taught to trust the data, the tools, the theory. So today is counterintuitive. And this is why school is so hard. Okay? We humans are learning machines. That's what we're designed to do, to learn, to absorb, to adapt. But school is hard because you're taught ideas that go against your own intuition. Okay? So these are the main concepts that we learned last class. So now I want to talk about mind control.